Founding Friends of Treasure Coast Hospice started back in 1982 with a group of ladies from Stewart Yacht and Country Club who wanted to help hospice. And their mission was twofold. One, to promote an education and make the community aware of hospice, and also to provide funds for hospice to support their programs that weren't funded. The chapter here in Harbor Ridge grew out of course, the chapter in Stewart. And our founder here, Eleanor Wishart, and her husband Ron were very instrumental at Treasure Coast Hospice.
Actually, Founding Friends found me. I didn't find Founding Friends. When I moved here 4 years ago, I was kind of recruited. You must join this organization. You will love this organization. And when they explained to me what it was all about in raising funds for hospice, or Treasure Coast Hospice, I said, well, that strikes home, because I just had an experience with my dad who had just gone through hospice. And I had always wanted to give back something because they were so wonderful to him and to my family. It's a passion to raise funds for an organization of people that works so hard in our community to make things better for families that are experiencing loss.
I joined because of Eleanor Wishart, who was my neighbor across the street. Wonderful woman who started our Palm City chapter.
Yeah. And I think I joined for the very same reason. She held a coffee and invited just all her friends and neighbors and so on to talk about hospice and how important it was to the community. And so I'd never really been involved in fundraising before, and that kind of worried me a bit because I don't like to ask people for money, but the cause turned me on, and I've been active ever since.
The one reason that I joined Founding Friends was because of a dear friend of mine who belonged, and she said, and we have this once a year fundraiser, and you've got to join us in order to be able to go to that. So I wanted to go for that, and that was when the chapter was in Stewart, and I've been working for them ever since.
We've become very large, and we put on many, many fundraisers to help hospice. We've had the yearly luncheon. We put on golf events. We put on a Mardi Gras. We put on a luau at Francis Langford's, which was great fun. We've had casino nights. We've had afternoon teas, and we've published 2 hospitality cookbooks.
Well, we just had our opening meeting, Wine, Women, and Wisdom. We are going to continue with Be an Angel program. With the Be an Angel program, we help a whole family, but there are many children whose parents or grandparents are in hospice care that don't always have such a good Christmas. And so if they come to the Christmas party, the ladies, they are going to bring a gift for a child. We even sent a family to Disney last year. They had never been and were, that was the only thing on their wish list. Well, we want to continue to grow. I find that the more people we have in the volunteering, the more it benefits hospice.
Treasure Coast Hospice is important to the Founding Friends because we feel a need there for funds, because so many of our friends and our community members need hospice. And hospice is very compassionate, and their caregivers are wonderful to all our community.
Treasure Coast Hospice is very important to the community because they exhibit compassion and love for those that are entering into the end of life. I don't know of any other organization that I can think of that exhibits that kind of compassion and caring.
In the 34 years that we've been putting things on for hospice, we've raised over $3 million for Treasure Coast Hospice.